Hey guys, what is going on? Hope you are all doing very well. Real quick, in this video, Anthony and I both want to cover exactly how it is, how much money we use to test products on Facebook. I'm actually going to jump in and go a little bit even more in depth, tell you guys a little bit more about targeting, how my ad set is actually set up, but it's mainly focused on budgets, how much money you should spend on a product, testing it before you should know if you should scale it or kill it and move on. Stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome to the video. Again, welcome to Ecom Street. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe, as it's the best way to find out when we post a new video and there's tons of value. If it's not your first time, you're returning to the channel, welcome back guys. We really do appreciate you and we hope you get some value. To start off, how much money should you generally have to test a product, okay? Like you've gone to AliExpress or you've gone through your fulfillment company, you've got an item on your store now, the margins are set, you got your landing page set up. What do you do next? Of course, it's time to run ads. Now, a lot of people, especially when they're brand new, get super caught up in how much their ad set budget should be or whatnot, when really the budget itself for the ad sets or campaign don't really matter. But typically, I want to share now how I actually test the far majority of my products that are brand new. After I have everything set up and ready to go in terms of Shopify, on my product and everything, I head to Facebook and I'll start my campaign. And much more recently now, I've been using CBO. And just in a nutshell, I'll usually give that CBO somewhere between a $70 to $100 budget and let it run for 2 to 3 days. I don't want to go too in depth here because I do teach my students this stuff at a full level, and so I want to be fair to them. But in a nutshell, that's the main way I've recently been doing it now. Of course, in the past, I was just using the ad set budgets, kind of the same idea, like still the same number of ad sets and whatnot, and same like overall budget like for the day. But now it's more CBO based, no reason, I'm just seeing better results, of course. And so let's just say that I do 8 ad sets, each with 1 interest in a campaign. I'll pretend that each ad set actually has a budget of $10. So for example, in this case, my CBO would have a daily budget of $80 and I let it run for 2 to 3 days. So by that time, by the end of the 3 days, let's say, it would spend around $240. And from there, I would look at it and I would just know. Of course, I've been doing this for a lot longer now, so I would just know by then. It's never smart to just wait 1 or 2 days and decide. I feel like 3 days is like a rule of thumb. 4 or 5 is also ideal. It's kind of a case-by-case basis. But yeah, guys, in a nutshell, I don't want to go too much in how I actually scale or like look at like the results. But in terms of budgets, I think that a good rule of thumb is somewhere between $50 to $100 a day total. So even if you're doing ad set budget still, because some ad accounts still do offer it, or if you're just doing CBO, $50 minimum and $100 or maybe even more depending on your budget, of course, maximum. Next now, of course, Anthony and I both have different strategies for testing. Some are similar, some are different. So he's gonna come in and provide some insight for you guys.
All right, guys, just like what Corey was saying, we all have our different strategies, our different ways that we spend money on our ads. Personally, if you want my honest opinion, you do need more than $50 to $100, I'd say, just in one test. This is just my opinion, okay? And now the reason for this is because I've honestly had more experience using higher budgets with ads, and I feel like using such low budgets don't really generally get you as much results as you should be. I mean, you could still work with like a $3 budget per ad set. Let's say you had 10 ad sets at $3 a day. That means you'd be spending $30 a day on your campaign, okay? Now, you can do that. I actually have a video that I mentioned about a $3 ad sets budget strategy. You can click the video right here, or you can click it in the corner of the cards. Doesn't matter. It's actually a really helpful video if you guys are starting on a low budget. Low budgets do work, okay? Even in 2020, they do work. They do get you results, but they're not going to get you fast results, okay? And now what we've been doing since we have a lot of experience is using higher budgets, say like $100 CBOs, even $200 CBOs per day, just to find winning products, okay? And now, everyone always asks me, literally, even my students sometimes when they first start, they say, how much money should I really put aside to do this? And honestly, guys, there's never really an honest answer to that. I can't really tell you how much specifically, but I'd always say at least a couple grand for sure. Just so you kind of have a pool or money just to use and liquidate, just to put on hand. And with that being said too, don't put all of your eggs into one basket. And what I mean by that is don't put all your money into one product. Kind of divide it up equally. So let's say you had 5 products and you have $1,000. that would be how much? $200 per test, right? I think so. Quick math, that would be about $200 per test. And I think $200 is pretty good, especially if you're starting as a beginner. Definitely a really good budget for you guys to be doing. But in terms of that, guys, with budgets, I mean, it all depends on the product you're selling too. So if you're selling a higher ticket item for something that's $200, you're gonna need more money up front to test that product, right? Because Facebook needs a little bit more money to play with to find high quality buyers that's gonna buy a high ticket item. Now, if you have something that's low ticket for $20, you may not need to spend as much money because Facebook will see that your product is cheap and you can find someone that's much likely to buy a cheaper product, okay? So again, this all comes down to what you're selling. It all comes down to what kind of store you have. Everything plays out in the end and matches up to what you're selling. A lot of people ask me too, is that they say eventually when they start scaling their Facebook ads, they say, well, if I only have this much budget, how am I supposed to spend that much on the ads? Obviously, when you start scaling, guys, you're gonna be generating revenue from your products, so that revenue is gonna go directly into your account. And eventually what you do is you use your funds to pay off some of your ad spend. And honestly, when you guys start scaling, we've talked about this many times, using a credit card to run your Facebook ads is super, super important. Not only does Facebook recognize this and see this as a trusted user, I guess you could say, on the platform, but it also allows you to kind of borrow money and just, especially if you don't have it in your account right away, you could have PayPal holds, you could have Shopify payment holds. So you want to be able to have that money directly and quickly for you guys to pay off your ads. And then eventually when your holds are given to you, you can just use that money to pay off your ads. And then obviously you calculate your profit. All right, guys, so that pretty much wraps up for this video. Again, if you guys ever have any questions about this kind of stuff, feel free to DM us. We have our Instagrams in the description for you guys below. At Anthony Player, Corey Nicholson, or Corey NCEO is Instagram. We also have our Ecom Street Instagram right below our personal ones. Give a thumbs up, drop a like, guys, if you think this video helped you at all in any way. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We always post content like this, helpful content. We drop some golden nuggets daily for you guys. You're never gonna feel like you're out of place when you're watching stuff on our channel. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.